がここにいるうちの本物のスクールスポーツのために行こうぜベイビーバン手の国は気をつけて、現実になることがありますからね。
All right, so we have quite a lot of catching up to do, and this month, guys, going into the NOA fight, I'm gonna triple down. I'm gonna even make more Japanese boxing content because I really do enjoy it, and I feel like it's needed. And a lot of people out there say they enjoy it and they feel that it's needed, so I'm here to serve you guys. So yes, True School Sports, the #1 source for Japanese boxing in America, from an American. Arigato gozaimasu to all the American and Japanese viewers out there, and Ayete Okata. Nice to see all you guys once again. So listen, we're going to talk about that man right there, the amazing boy, Kenshiro Teraji, the 5-time world champion, the 2-division world champion, the lineal light flyweight champion, one of the best fighters in the world today. And listen, I've been saying it for a long time. I've been singing the praises of Kenshiro Teraji for a long time here on True School Sports. And I've been having Kenshiro Teraji on my own personal pound list. On my own personal pound list, I have Kenshiro Teraji #7. I think he's done more than enough at the world level. In big fights, he's actually knocked out people in their prime, you know. And the Seigo Yuri Ikui fight to me was probably his finest hour because he wasn't fighting to the best of his abilities on that night, and he had a very good, very determined, in his prime, bigger fighter in front of him, and he still found a way to win when he was down on the cards in the last round. So it's great to see that Ring Magazine has finally caught up to the occasion. It's great to see that, you know, Ring Magazine and you know, they're one of the more mainstream outlets. We know these days I don't look at Ring the way I used to because Turkey bought Ring, but still, it's still Ring Magazine, so I still do look at the list, and I have done a lot of these videos over the years when they do update the list, and there are significant changes. And look, Kenshiro Teraji has officially been ranked in the Ring Magazine pound for pound rankings. Yes, they removed David Benavidez from the #10 spot, and they replaced David Benavidez with the amazing boy at #10. So listen, he's now officially a pound for pound fighter, and they can't take it from him. And I'm happy and crazy if you just take some time to evaluate the Ring Magazine pound for pound list. A couple of things jump out at me. #1, a lot of people always say, BT, why do you always talk about Japanese fighters so much? Well, look, man, look at the damn pound for pound list. Look at the fucking pound for pound list. If you look at the pound for pound list right now, according to Ring Magazine, there's as many guys on the pound for pound list from Japan as there are in the USA. And like, look, you got Kenshiro at 10, you got Junta Nakatani at 7, and you got Naoya Inoue, the monster, at #2. So Japan is very, very well represented. From America on the list, you got Terrence Crawford at 3, you got Bam Rodriguez at 6, and you got Devin Haney at #9. Now, I don't think Devin Haney should be on the list at all. You could probably replace Devin with Benavidez or Shakur Stevenson or probably another American fighter. So either way, you probably still have 3 American fighters, but I don't think he should be on the list. He hasn't really won any big fight since late 2023. And the last time we all saw him in the ring, whether, you know, Ryan tested positive or not, you can't erase what we saw. Like, I can't sit here and ignore what my 4 eyes saw. He got his ass waxed from Genesis to Revelations against Ryan Garcia. So he's got to get it back in blood on the rematch, and he's got to show what he can do against Jose Ramirez. He should not be on the pound for pound list because there's so many fighters right now in boxing that are doing more than him. So personally for me, like I said, I have Kenshiro on my personal pound for pound list at #7. And there's 3 guys on this list that I don't even think should be above him. One of them I just mentioned being Devin Haney. Devin Haney should not be above anybody on the pound for pound list because he shouldn't be on the list in the first place. That's #1. Now, a lot of people may not like this, but I don't think Junta Nakatani should be above Kenshiro either, because the reality is that Junta Nakatani has not done enough. He has not, like, if you look at his strength of competition, it is not to the level of Kenshiro Teraji. Now, he's beaten some good fighters. Like, to his credit, he did knock out Seigo Yuri Ikui when he was a prospect, who Kenshiro just knocked out in his last fight. So they have one common point, but I just think Kenshiro, we're talking about 13 career world title defenses. We're talking about, 60% knockout percentage. We're talking about a guy that has unified titles multiple times. We're talking about a fighter that is one of the most dominant world champions of his era, right? And I think that should be rewarded. I think his body of work right now should be rewarded above Junto. Not saying Junto's not great. Junto can one day get there. He's certainly talented enough, and he's going to get the fights to do that. But Kenshiro, for me, has to be above Junto just for the body of work and the longevity he has displayed in his career, with all respect to Junto Nakatani. That's number one. So we got Devin. He should be above Devin. He should be above Junto. And he should definitely be above Bam Rodriguez. With all respect to Bam Rodriguez. And people don't like when I say this about Bam Rodriguez, because Bam is an amazing fighter, like a great, talented fighter, right? And look, they could fight. This could be a potential fight. But Bam, just to call it honest, like a lot of the fighters that he beat that we know of, those were fighters that were on their way out. You know, you look at Carlos Cuadras. You know, yes, he was short notice and he got credit for that. But Carlos Cuadras was recovering from alcoholism going into that fight. That's a known fact if you actually were following the build-up to that fight around that time. Good win because of the circumstances, but, you know, Cuadras has seen better days. Gallo Estrada, another one. Good fight. But just go back and watch that fight. If you really watch Gallo Estrada over the years, Gallo Estrada, he didn't even have his legs under him in the first couple of rounds. Like he didn't even have a base in his legs. There was no his legs weren't strong like they used to be. His legs were not there. It was a very compromised version of Gallo Estrada. And even then, Bam still got dropped. You know, Bam fought Christian Gonzalez, who's an unknown fighter for a vacant title, and got his jaw broken by him. So yes, he's had some good performances. He beat some good guys, but he hasn't really beaten nobody in their prime or close to their prime. Now, with Kenshiro, unlike the other guys he fought, like Gallo, like Rung Basai, like Cuadras, he's actually on the pound list now. So this is a fight that I feel Bam should make, but Bam has not achieved what Kenshiro has in the sport. He hasn't beaten the caliber of fighters Kenshiro has fought in the sport. And I think that, just my humble opinion, I think Mr. Honda has moved him Mr. Honda and Robert Garcia have moved him very, very carefully. Because how can you say that, how can a fighter, right, fight in divisions like flyweight and super flyweight, right? These weight classes in the lower weight categories. How can you find these weight classes with a Japanese promoter and not ever fight no top Japanese fighter? It doesn't make sense. The math don't math. So I don't think that's a coincidence. I don't think that's by like design. I mean, even if you want to talk about the other Mexican American fighters like Ricardo Sandoval or Anthony Olascuaga, he didn't fight those guys either. Why? Because Mr. Honda moved him a certain way. So Bam has achieved a lot. I give him his due. I'm not hating on him. I'm just telling you guys objectively that he has not beaten the fighters that man has right there. He has not shown the longevity that man has right there. And I think in boxing, we should reward body of work over, a flash in the pan. And to be fair, like, what, Bam beat Cuadras, what was it, 2022? 3 years is really a flash in the pan. It's not a long time in boxing. Kenshiro won his first world title in 2017. In fact, that banner right there is from when he won his first world title in 2017. So we're talking about 8 years as a world champion, fighting the best competition, fighting the best available guys out there, and for the most part, with the one minor setback against Yabuki, he's beating them all. Kenshiro Teraji is definitely deserves to be above a lot of guys on the pound list. But look, I'm not complaining. I'm just giving you guys my thoughts, what I think, and I'm just happy he's on the list. So shout out to Ring Magazine. You still gotta change some things because it ain't all the way right, but he's on the list, damn it. So from now to the end of time, they can't say Kenshiro wasn't a pound for pound top 10 fighter. So congratulations to the amazing boy, because he has been nothing short of amazing throughout his whole career. And now that he's on the pound for pound list, I'm glad that that's going to help him get more shine and notoriety, because if there's one fighter from Japan that deserves the shine and the notoriety, it's definitely him. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you guys make of Kenshiro on the pound for pound list, coming in at number 10 on Ring Magazine's list? And, yeah, leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this, make sure you guys click right over here.
Keep watching my boy BT put on the best interviews out here.